800,000 views in 48 hours, no ad spend, no massive following, no face on camera. I posted it at 10 p.m. on a Tuesday night and I went to sleep. In the next 7 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how I did it, the tools, the process, and what actually makes it all work. So you can do the same thing. Here's what I'm going to cover. How I pick content that makes people feel something. The exact tools I use to make every video, most of them are free, and why the first month I made $350 and why that number actually mattered. Now let's get into it. I'm not a social media expert. I'm 58 years old. I've spent 30 years in corporate training and sales, and I continue to travel constantly for work. Like a lot of people over 40, I hit a point where I realized I could not rely on one paycheck forever, especially after being laid off a few years ago and watching my savings disappear faster than I ever imagined possible. That kind of stress can really change you. It gets you thinking about security, retirement, time, your family, your future, all of it. So I started building something on the side, a Faceless TikTok channel while working full time. 9 weeks later, it was generating $1,000 a month. I'm still running it, and the channel continues to grow. Now, before I posted a single video, I watched and consumed all sorts of content on TikTok. I was studying what was working, what people were engaging with, and what the platform rewarded. Observe first, execute second. And here's what I discovered. The algorithm doesn't care how old you are. It doesn't care how young you are. And it doesn't care how polished your production is or if you're using the best equipment. It cares about one thing, how hard people engage with the content that you made. Comments, shares, saves, watch time, that's the whole ballgame. And here's what creates that level of engagement. Making people feel something they haven't felt in a long while. That's your job as a faceless creator, not to entertain, not to go viral. It's to make people feel something. People don't remember perfect videos. They remember videos that made them feel understood, brings back nostalgia, gives them inspiration, makes them curious, helps them be seen. So here's how I actually make videos. No camera studio, no expensive equipment. Step 1. It all starts with the script. I come up with an idea and an angle and then use ChatGPT or Claude to clean it up. Now, both work and both have free versions. I give the AI a role. For example, you are an expert of all 80s movies. Then I give it the topic. Continuing our example, focus on action movies of the 80s, and then I tell it what I want it to create, a 75 to 90 second emotionally compelling script with little known facts about 2 or 3 of the top 10 80s action movies. You'll have a draft in under 2 minutes. Step 2, the visuals. AI tools handle everything on screen. No stock footage, no camera crew. I use tools like Kling and Leonardo to generate images and short clips that match the story I'm telling. Now here's the real workhorse. If you want the simplest option, Hypernatural lets you paste your entire script and builds the full-on video for you. That's it. Yes, there is a free version, and there are several packages of paid versions as well. Step 3, the edit. I typically use CapCut. It's extremely user-friendly, and it uses a lot of drag and drop features, which I like. If you use Hypernatural, then your entire video is done for you in that platform, but you may want to add music, feature different sound effects or music at different places, and it's easier to do that in CapCut. Other video editors you could use, I would suggest iMovie for Mac users is really good, and DaVinci for PC or Mac. Step 4, the voice. I typically use my own voice because I do TikTok lives and I don't want to confuse my audience. But if you don't want to be heard, 11 Labs is an AI voice tool with several voices or several types of voices to choose from. There is a free version available as well. Now, once you get all this dialed in, it should take you only a couple of hours a week to churn out several videos. But I want you to hear me on this. All these tools are not the magic. The emotional connection is the magic, and that begins with the script. If there's not an emotional connection, then your views won't be there. Now, let me show exactly what I mean. Remember the video that I talked about with 800,000 views? I started with that at the beginning. Red Sovine, 1973, a song called Teddy Bear. It's about a little boy in a wheelchair who gets on his late father's CB radio and talks to the truckers that are passing by. Most people under 50 have never heard of it, and most people over 50 know exactly what it is, and they feel something the moment they heard it. I posted it at 10 p.m. on a Tuesday. In 48 hours, 800,000 views. That video showed me something I couldn't unsee. There is an audience on TikTok and on YouTube that is massively underserved, and they are hungry for content that speaks to their world. That framework, the emotional connection, the niche, the consistency, that's something you can apply to your own world, your own interest, your own knowledge, and your own nostalgia. Imagine posting a video from your couch on a topic you already know and love and waking up to numbers you didn't expect. That's not a fantasy. That's what this model does when the pieces are in place. Now, here's what I don't talk about enough. My first week, I posted about 3 times a day, and nothing really happened. Not a lot of views. And I remember staring at my channel on the computer thinking, well, maybe I'm too old for this platform. Maybe the algorithm just doesn't care about what I'm making, or maybe I'm shadow banned. Well, then the second week, something shifted. One video hit 13,000 views, another hit 50,000 views, then 80,000 views, and then the teddy bear video. And here's what I realized. The algorithm wasn't ignoring me in week 1. It was learning me, building a profile of who watches my content and why. You don't get momentum on day 1. You earn it by showing up long enough for the platform to figure out who you are and the content that you make. The same is true for YouTube. The first month I made $350 from the Creator Fund. I remember staring at that number thinking, this probably won't change my life. But then I realized something. It wasn't the $350 that mattered. It was what the $350 proved. The model works. Now I just had to keep it going. You're not too old for this platform. You are not too late to build something on it. And the knowledge that you've been carrying around for decades, someone on TikTok or YouTube right now is hungry for exactly that. A lot of younger creators are out there trying to build authority that they haven't earned yet. Meanwhile, you've lived through decades of real-world experience. That matters more than you probably realize. Now look, if you're over 50 and you're done hoping things just work out and you're ready to actually build something, subscribe. I'm building this channel in real time, sharing my experiences with you. Raw, real, insider's look. What's working, what isn't, and what it actually takes to build this. People over 50 still have the value that the internet can't replace. You're not starting from zero. You're starting from experience. I'll see you in the next one.